On the world news tonight from BGI TV Current, I am Morire Rebila Lawa. First are the major headlines. President Tinubu signs Electricity Act 2023, empowers states. Traditional rulers can help you fight insecurity, Oni tells Tinubu. Consider electing a female president, former President Obasanjo. CBN intensifies call for adoption of e-Naira. 35 Southeast reps elects endorse Abbas Kalu for House leadership. And on sport, Pesaro unveils 23-man squad for Sierra Leone clash. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adibayo. Please like and follow the page. Now the news in detail. The newly elected law will demonopolize Nigerian electricity generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity at the national level. Bola Tinubu, the Nigerian president, has signed the 2023 Electricity Act. He signed the act, which is a replacement for the Electricity and Power Sector Reform Act of 2005, into a law. The newly enacted law will demonopolize Nigeria electricity generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity at the national level. This new law will empower state companies and individuals to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity in the country. Recall that the Electricity Act 2023 was initially passed by lawmakers in July 2022 to allow the state to issue licenses to private investors who can operate mini-grids and power plants within the state. But the Act precludes interstate and international electricity distribution. The Nigerian Energy Regulatory Commission, NERC, could be and would be only to govern the energy industry within Nigeria and electricity under the Act of 2023, without prejudice to the state authority to pass laws, create electricity markets, and regulate those markets. The Act specifies how NERC can delegate regulatory authorities to state regulators once they are constituted. NAC will continue to regulate energy business conducted solely in those states until those states' electricity market regulations are passed. For the time being, Lagos, Edo, and Kaduna State already have power market regulations in place and may begin regulating their market. However, NERC NAC will regulate in states where such regulations do not exist. NAC will continue to carry out cross-border rules regulating generation and transmission across states. And to the next story. The Ooni of Ife, Obadeye Eniton Ogusi Ojaja II, has said traditional rulers are well grounded on challenges of insecurity. Hence, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should employ their services to tackle it. He gave the charge during a courtesy visit by the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, NCTRN, to the president at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. Ooni, who is also the co-chair of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, said, "There are areas we would like to work with you, one of which is security. It is time to use us more. We are not saying we are idle, but to make your work easier, use us. The foundation of this country today are the traditional rulers. We are here to pledge our loyalty and support. We want to work with you to ensure you leave a legacy." Earlier, Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, said the visit is a normal tradition by the monarchs whenever there is a change in leadership of the country. He said the monarchs are people of different professions, from the military to judiciary and businessmen, who have what it takes to contribute to the betterment of the society, saying, "Whenever you reach out to us, we will be there." The Sultan also said the monarchs do not envy President Tinubu at this time with the numerous challenges facing the country. However, expressed confidence that with a combination of himself and Vice President Kashim Shettima, they will deliver. He said, "We thank God for the smooth way the elections took place. Many negative people thought the country would collapse, but we are still here. We are here for you, for our people and our country. If you don't reach out to us, we will reach out to you. We wish you the most successful tenure in good health." Also in attendance is the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. Traditional rulers drawn from the country's 6 geopolitical zones attended the event.
As part of their custom to felicitate with the country's leaders whenever there is a change of leadership. The Sultan of Sokoto and the Oni of Ife, who are both co-chair of the Council of Traditional Rulers, assured President Tinubu of their full support and commitment to ensure his administration succeeds. They acknowledged that President Tinubu emerged at a very difficult time in Nigeria's history, but he has shown capacity and competence required to lead the country. The traditional rulers offered to help the government in achieving the goals of the administration.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has advised Nigerians to consider electing a female president for the growth and development of the country. Information report that Obasanjo gave the charge at the 5th edition of the Eba Dialect Debate and Choral Competition for Secondary School in Ogun State. From my own view, if we want the country to grow, we should consider both genders because a hand can't carry a load to the head alone, Obasanjo said. You can do it as you want, but it should be done as it's supposed to be. We can gain experience from both genders. What's the difference between the genders? Only that a female can get pregnant for 9 months and a male can't. These are the only difference in us. As for me, there is nothing preventing the female gender to be president of our country, the former president added. On our path, the deputy governor of Ogun State, Naimet Salako Oyedele, decried the poor representation of women in governance. In Ogun State, we have 236 councillors, but only 18 are females. We have 20 chairmen, only 2 are females among them. We have 26 seats in the House of Assembly, only 2 are females. House of Representatives, we have 9, 1 is female. We have 3 senators, no female, and we have the deputy governor, who is also a female, she said. Oyedele advised women to join politics at the grassroots level in order to gain the necessary experience needed for them to scale to the top elected positions. Going on to the next story. In its bid to ensure that the cashless policy is fully implemented in Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has urged stakeholders and institutions to embrace and promote the e-naira policy, both as a payment system and a medium of exchange. It regretted that the majority of people are not using the e-naira platform, even though it started in 2021. The Akwa Ibom branch controller of CBN, Mercy Itohan or Bomopo, made appeal at the office of the University of Uyo Vice Chancellor during the introduction of the e-naira note platform campaign and sensitization to staff and students of the university. Bomopo, who was represented by the Assistant Director, CBN, Elder Isang Agbomi Enyan, explained that the e-naira will aid monetary policies decisions and address some deficiencies seen in the use of physical cash. The CBN controller explained that the security of the e-naira was sure as it makes more difficult for individuals or organizations to indulge in fraud. The e-naira will help us to handle those deficiencies that are noticed and experienced in the use of cash. The e-naira would also help us in our policy making in terms of monetary policy decisions because decisions are made based on information we have. In case you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV Current. Next to come. The race to the speakership of the 10th National Assembly is taking a new dimension with 35 out of 42 House of Representative members-elect from the Southeast region repeatedly endorsing Honorable Tajuddin Abbas and Honorable Benjamin Kalu for position of Speaker and Deputy Speaker. Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Appropriations, Honorable Egarwe Uduma Enwo, who made the announcement during a meeting of the Southeast members-elect with Abbas and Kalu late Thursday night, said the endorsement list was an ongoing one and was sure that the remaining ones would be part of it. Reacting to the development, communication advisor to the Tajuddin Abbas and Benjamin Kalu campaign group, Ikenga Imo Ugo Chinyere, said the lawmakers-elect made a decision by choosing to support the duo as the All Progressive Congress APC anointed candidates. Uche Ugo Chinyere, who is also a member-elect for Ideato, North and South Federal Constituency of Imo State, described the ruling party zoning arrangement as one that ensures equity and fairness, while noting that Abbas and Kalu's the tribalized nature, competence, and admirable qualities were the reasons behind endless endorsement. He expressed optimism that the remaining 8 lawmakers-elect from Southeast would sign the endorsement document by the end of the Thursday night meeting in Abuja. Going on to the next story. The lecturers of Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, Owo, Ondo State, have commenced an industrial strike action to protest against non-payment of the 13-month salary. To this end, the aggrieved lecturers, under the auspices of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnic, Rutikpo chapter, vowed not to participate in the 4th semester examinations of the school coming up next Tuesday unless the government did the needful. This was contained in the communique issued at the end of the Congress of the Union held on Thursday. The communique was signed by the union's chairman, Comrade Arikawe Ade, and the secretary, Comrade Fakwetu Damilola. According to the communique, the members' union unanimously agreed to withdraw their services at the end of their Congress, which means the industrial action began on Friday today. The communique reads, "We want the payment in full of all outstanding 13-month salary arrears owed to the staff of the institution." The Congress wishes to strongly emphasize that the decision above is binding on all the financial members of the union. From Ondo State, we go next to this next story. The Customs Service has announced its intention to place a ban on the sale of second-hand clothes, popularly called okrika, in Nigeria. During a recent interview, a Customs Service spokesperson said that the sale of okrika clothing is injurious to the country. He said okrika clothes are injurious to the health of the nation. That is why government deemed it fit should be banned. One should be curious. Nobody knows how and who used this clothing, and most importantly, smugglers desiriously to turn Nigeria into a dumping ground. We should not accept it. We are a country well blessed with human and natural resources. Why will someone go and bring used product? Development has stirred reactions from netizens so far. Going on to Ogun State. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested 52 suspected internet fraudsters in Ogun State. According to the EFCC, which made this known on Twitter, the individuals were arrested for computer-related fraud by operatives of the Lagos Zonal Command of the Anti-Graft Agency. According to the report, the suspects are Olamileko Jamiu Ayuba, Ogundeyi Oluwaseun Kayode, Abdurrahman Ismail Abiodun, Blessing Oluwaseun Omokaro, Olashupo Ademola Ridwan, Adetola Rokib Salahu, Adeola Alamin Idera Olua, Victor Daniel Osikweme, Taiwo Ayobami, Eleshin Ademola, Ayomipo Adelere, Shogweson Kadri, Sani Kudus, Olanite Oluwatosin, Olatubosun Yusuf Al-Amin, Aderemi Adewole Adekunle, Olawumi Oluwaseyi Tosin, and so on. Others include Aremo Ahmed Alabi, Akintosoye Tomiwa, Fatoye Damilare Akobi, and Adio Emmanuel Oyebanji. Others are Adekoya Samuel. The post stated that the suspects were arrested during 6 operations between Wednesday, June 7 and Thursday, June 8, 2023, following intelligence received by the Commission about the activities of some individuals involved in computer-related fraud in some areas of the state. Items recovered from the suspects include mobile phones, laptops, computers, and cars. The suspect will be charged to court after investigations are concluded. From that story from Ogun, we go to the foreign story. Michael Freeman, Israel's ambassador to Nigeria, has reassured of his country's commitment to partner towards realization of the policy on creation of 1 million jobs through the digital economy. Mr. Freeman, also permanent representative of Israel to ECOWAS, said these at the NIS conference on the official inauguration of the 3rd cohort of the Innovation Fellowship for Aspiring Inventors and Researchers fair on Thursday in Abuja. He said Israel was excited over plans to partner President Bola Tinubu's administration to achieve growth through digital technology. Also, that the first 2 editions of fair program provided young Nigerians with mentorship and tools needed to take their ideas from theories to practical. According to him, many fair graduates now have various businesses with fellow Nigerians, contributing to the economic growth of their fatherland, saying the 3rd edition of fair has been officially inaugurated. From the foreign story, usually is the sports news. Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro has invited Captain Ahmed Musa, goalkeeper Adebayo Adeleye, defender William Ekong, midfielder Alex Iwobi, and forward Moses Simon, among others, for next weekend's 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier match against Sierra Leone in Monrovia. Informed forward Victor James Osimhen, whose 31 goals in all competition for Napoli this season, helped the Italian giant to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League and to their first Italian Serie A title in 33 years. Osimhen has also recently been honored with the National Award of Member of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, MFR, by the government of Nigeria, and has received a special ball and jersey from World Football ruling body FIFA for his magnificent season. Home-based goalkeepers Victor Sochima and Olorunleke Ojo are also called, as well as Rivers United defender Ebube Duru and Bendel Insurance midfielder Divine Onwachukwu, defenders William Ekong, Kenneth Omeruo, Seidu Senusi, Calvin Bassey, Oluwashemilogo Ajayi, and Bright Osai Samuel are in, with midfielders Wilfred Indidi and Frank Onyeka, and forward Samuel Chukwueze, Taiwo Awoni, and Kelechi Iheanacho also in the 23-man roster. The Super Eagles are top of the qualifying group with 9 points out of 4 matches, following their Guinea-Bissau's Wild Dogs, who have 7 points. Lone Stars will give the Eagles a tough run in Abuja on day 1 of the qualification series before succumbing 2-1 are on 5 points. Sao Tome and Principe, who plays the Super Eagles on the final day of the series in September, are bottom with only 1 point. Goalkeeper Adebayo Adeleye, Apoel Jerusalem Israel, Victor Sochima, Rivers United, Olorunleke Ojo, Eyimba FC. With that story, we end the world news this hour from BGI TV Current. Before we go, some headlines. President Tinubu signs Electricity Act 2023. Traditional rulers can help you fight insecurity, or tells Tinubu. Consider electing a female president, former President Obasanjo. CBN intensifies call for adoption of e-Naira. And on sport, Peseiro unveils 23-man squad for Sierra Leone clash. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world, and may this never be our last Jumat on earth. My name is Maurire Rabila Lawa. Good afternoon.